Hey guys, and welcome back. So after I open the TestNG XML file, it shows me one of the error. One important things, like some of your, if you use older version TestNG, you might see this HTTP. There is no S, and then you might get an error. So make sure you add the S and then save your project. Then you can refresh it from the refresh. Okay, but still I do have an error. Let's hover the mouse. Let's see what it's saying. Then it's giving me an option. You can see forced to download HTTPS. So I think, okay, downloading external resources disabled. Okay, so there is a required file it needs to download, but my download option was disabled. So let me see this, what happened. Yeah, if you click on there, it's gone. Okay, it didn't able to download the required file that needed to active this TestNG XML file over here. Okay, so it's gone. So now we're going to learn, the TestNG, this is the default file structure, how those things works. If you see from here, this is the hierarchy. Started with the suite. You can say suite name. So this is the suite name, whatever you want. You can give it your project suite name. It's like it's a top hierarchy of your project. And then it's a test, and every tag, opening tag, there will be some closing tag. You can see there is a suite. Let me see if I can make it bigger. You can see. So suite, it has a closing tag. So suite is the top hierarchy in TestNG XML file, like your project suite. You can give it your project name by company name or whatever, like XYZ, whatever. And then next is right after your suite level, next is the test level. So you can say test tag, and there is a test count. It's 5. Let's keep it as it is now. It's used for parallel testing. Later on we'll talk details, but for now let's keep it as it is. But here you can say test name. So name, you can give it, you can say test folder. So test, this test, its name, you can count as a folder, like test module. You can say for one application you will have it definitely in real life multiple modules, say for say e-commerce site, right? So for one module would be the searching product, another module would be the payment, right? Another module would be the order details, another module would be the account details, right? So registration. So those are all different module, and every module you will have a different scenarios and test cases. So you can have a multiple modules, okay, or test folder. See, so through this test name, through this you can give a rename over here. And then every module you will have a this structure, the classes. So the classes, closing and opening tag, and then inside the classes, here is as per our project, inside our the classes, we have a 2 class, demo and demo 1. So here is both of the classes. You can have more classes, and those classes could be in different module. We'll see. So this is the structure, and when you create your classes, after you create a class, to include your classes in your TestNG XML file, this is the structure. You'll say classes tag, class tag, name, and then your project name dot your class name. So what's your project name? Your package name. It's test dot your class demo, then test dot your class name, and then you make sure you close your class tag. You close the class tag. And for your classes tag, because it's you might have a multiple class, that's why it's this is the parent, it's classes, and there is a closing classes too. And for this test module, you have a closing also test module. Okay, so let me show you here again. This is the structure, XML hierarchies, test suite, and then test name or folder or module name, then your test cases, which is underneath the test classes. Okay, it should be test classes, and inside the test classes you will have a test cases, which is the test class, individual class, right? And here is the structure, you can see. And one thing over here, test name again, let me make it bigger. So one test module can have multiple classes. As I said, all the classes will go between your classes tag, right? Your classes tag. It's very important. You have to understand this is the heart of your testing frameworks, and this XML will control your all the test cases, all the classes that you have to know you have to modify, you have to work on this XML file, the way you want. So all the classes will go between your classes tags. You saw this. Here's both of the class test class. This class bin right now it's default underneath this classes tag, right? That's what I've said. And then your test name I said over here, the test name, it's a test folder you can consider, or you can consider as a module. You can say module, right? Module name, say search module, or you can say payment module, or you can say registration module or account module. So, and then every module you will have a classes, and then your class, all the classes you want to include or test case you want to include within this module. Okay, and the way you to write or include your classes, class name, then in a double quote you have to make sure your package name dot your class name, package name dot class name. Okay, so that's the way you can do it. Let's go back to here. Now let me create another class. I'm going to create another class. You will see now it's a more interesting part. Let's create me another class. Then I will give a name. Let's what was the demo 1, demo 2. Okay, demo 2. Okay, finish it. So in demo 2 I will create a number of method. Okay, let me create a number of method. I'll just copy and paste number of login test case. Assume that this class is all about logging validation. So here I created number of method. So one is related with the web login, another one's related with the mobile login, and another one is API login. So assume that nowadays is very simple. Most of the application we have a web, mobile, and also API too, right? So so assume that this class is all about to test different type of login, whether it's a web or mobile, in API or API, and let's to make those method, I'm gonna have to add test annotation, right? Test, our mouse, import the package. So copy the test, so add the test at the beginning, right? And here also test. Okay, so it will consider as a test cases, single test cases. This method is a one test cases. So I said, okay, test to validate web login, test to validate for the mobile login, and test to validate API login. So this is the 3 test cases over here in demo 2. Now if I go back to our TestNG XML file and I want to add this XML file, this demo 2, in a separate module, how can I do this? To do this, you can create this whole test module. So I'm going to create another new test module. So copy this, make sure, and then come over here, paste here. Now change the method name, your test module name. Say you give a name over here. This is about say login module. Okay, and the first one say search, the product search, assume that. Okay, and this is a login one. And here in the login module you want to only add which method, which class is demo 1 class, which is the demo 2, right? So demo 2, Okay, that should be fine. Okay, now if you want to run again all of them, very simple, you can right click, run a TestNG suite from here, or you can run from again TestNG example file. So it will run everything, so all the 3 classes, everything. So let's run from here. Okay, let me see the report. Here you can see, this is the first two, from the first demo, and this is the second one from the demo. This is the one from the demo 1, and this is the 3 for test validation with the related login in from the demo 2 class. You can see there's a total test cases, 6 method run. It's a test 6, it means 6 test cases. There's no failure, and you can see over here also all the pass over here. You can see for the it's for the search module. Now we can see more interesting. Let's see. You can see over here, this is our suite as per our TestNG XML file, and here is the first module. First module is a search. You can see search. Inside the search, I have a class demo. You can see test.demo and test.demo1. So test.demo, inside the test demo, I have a 2 method, display method and hello method. Both of them pass, and I have another method, it's test, another class is test.demo1, test.demo1. I have this method, it show is pass. And now I have another module which is called login. You can see here it's a separate, okay, it's login, and inside this I have one class which is demo2, right? So this is the package name is test, package name test2 demo2, and it has a 3 method all related to login. Okay, so all of them are pass, and individual for each and every test cases, how long it took to run, even for module, total module to run this module search module, it took 0.01 seconds. So you can see all details. Okay, this is very interesting. Now if I want to, so assume that I want to run only login module, not the search module. Very simple. How can you do this? Very simple. If you just remove this part, let's copy, do not delete, just copy it or cut it so that you can put it back. Cut it and then run it. You can run it, TestNG. You will see it will only run for the test cases related to login. You can see it's only running the test cases related to login. 3 test cases validate, API login, mobile login, web login, and then only run 3 and passes 3, no failure. You can see over here to test results, it's test.demo2, so only it's ran the demo2, test.demo2, and it's a 3 test cases run. So you can run a specific module too. You see this, how powerful is TestNG? It's giving you more and more control. Let's put it back up there, and then in our next class we'll see how can we even exclude. Now we see we ran all the test cases inside a class, like demo we have 2 test cases. So in our next class we'll say how we can even exclude any method. If you want to say run only from the class 1, so hello, you want to exclude this method, or from the demo 2 we want to run only the web one, we don't want to run mobile or API. How can we do this? There is a way to do this too. Okay, we'll see in next class. Thank you.